Jen, and I am Scott's wife of Scotty of All Trades, and today I'm going to show you how to make pancakes from scratch out of freshly milled wheat flour. In my last video I showed you how to make bread out of freshly milled wheat berries to make your homemade flour, and I have exactly 2 cups left of the wheat flour here, and so it's the perfect amount that you need for this recipe. We're going to start with the 2 cups of flour, and to it we're going to add 3 tablespoons of baking powder. You can add a little more baking powder or a little less baking powder depending on how fluffy you like your pancakes. We tend to like them not quite as fluffy, so we'll add a little less usually. And then you're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And you're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Now, some people don't like cinnamon in their pancakes. I really like cinnamon, but you can add up to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. It gives it a really yummy flavor. And then I'm just going to take a large wire whisk and mix that together. And then I'm going to add my 2 teaspoons of honey. You can also use sugar. I prefer to use honey. Again, to that I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 2 large eggs. And then I have about 2 cups milk. I have a little bit more than 2 cups, and I like to add most of it, and then if I need to add a little bit more, I'll do that at the end, and you can see that it's kind of coming together. I prefer it a little thinner, and you just want to keep whisking it until you get all the lumps out. You don't want to overmix your pancake mix because it can make for stiffer pancakes. So you can see now that I have about the right consistency. This is the consistency that I like for pancake. Sometimes I'll keep the milk out next to me while I'm making the pancakes because with the baking powder in there it tends to thicken as we wait, and I like to thin it down a little bit, so I'll add a little bit more milk as I go. Alright, so now we're ready to bake the pancakes. We're using an electric skillet today, but you can also certainly use a gas skillet on your stove. I like to use butter to prepare the skillet for baking them. And you'll see the consistency of this mixture as they come out on the griddle. The griddle is nice and hot. I like to pour my pancake batter in this glass measuring cup because it just allows me to have some control over how I'm pouring my pancakes out on the griddle. You want to wait until you start to see bubbles on top of the pancakes, and the bubbles will start popping, and then you know they're ready to flip. So these are about ready to flip. We're going to just gently flip them over, and you'll see they're nice and golden brown. We'll give them a couple more minutes, and then we're ready to taste. And our pancakes are ready to take off the griddle. They're nice and golden brown on both sides. And in our family, we believe that the only way to eat pancakes is with butter and pure maple syrup. And that is how you make freshly milled wheat berry pancakes. Enjoy!